Superman.
On a string, like slow spinning redemption.
But being friendly and being a friend, I think, are two different things. I think there are many whites who act friendly toward Negroes. A fox acts friendly toward the lamb. And usually the fox is the one who ends up with the lamb chop on his plate. The wolf doesn't act friendly, and therefore the wolf has more difficulty in getting the lamb chop in his plate.
I'd like to point out, though, that...
And I say that because it is usually if you study the structure of the Negro community, economically, politically, civically, psychologically, and otherwise, it's controlled by the white liberal, who usually poses as the friend of the Negro, who actually differs from the white conservative in the same way that the fox differs from the wolf. Their appetite is the same. Their motives are the same. It's only their mannerisms and methods that differ.
Family, welcome to Irvington Unbound, the official newsletter of the Sheridan Street Block Association. I'm your host, Jay, the official elected official, hoping you and your clan had the best Thanksgiving ever. Now, before we get started, apologies for this video's quality. Trying out new and more professional editing software, I don't really read instruction manuals, so this is a new adventure. Thank you so much for your patience. Now, let's crack some news. In legalization news, the state Senate and Assembly have released their bills that will be up for debate come Monday the 26th when they go to joint committee. We'll definitely do a video or two exclusively on the subject matter as it develops, so you definitely want to subscribe. Also, in somewhat related news, Governor Murphy just signed legislation to explore industrial hemp for the state, which has the potential to be a fantastic score for Irvington, as it can create another green industry that we can invite to produce and make things here, bringing the work and economic mobility necessary for any municipality to thrive. In block news, Sergeant Cepeda has been relentless on the empty house issue. Plenty of rock-solid movement on that front with tangible results imminent. Great work, IPD. Locally, here is footage from everyone's Thanksgiving events.
Here, you want some more? How's that? Here, how's that, all right?
The directors' meeting was the day before Thanksgiving. So what would you expect the turnout to be? Good thing the state has been pretty busy. In state news, Governor Murphy gave illegal immigrants $2 million to beat the rap, but the fun thing is that $2 million is going straight into lawyer pockets. Red team mentality is that the illegals are going to see those funds, but here in New Jersey, lawyers and consultants can and will devour every single cent in moments, not even days. Also, I got something wrong and it's time to acknowledge it. I was wrong about Governor Murphy taking a shot at the presidency. He's going to bend the knee to Cory Booker, who's never going to be president, but family's got to eat, so they'll go through the motions. Unfortunately, Blue Team has fully embraced the identity politics, and Mr. Murphy is a tad bit too rich and white at this time. Governor Murphy is also taking heat for last week's snowstorm, which caused driving nightmares statewide. They also made former Governor Chris Christie come out of the woodworks to criticize his successor. Speaking of the former governor, his portrait was recently unveiled in Trenton, and his name was floated as a replacement for Attorney General Jeff Sessions, but, it won't happen. Estimates to fix Newark's water crisis is coming in at around $75 million. The portal to the state's Opportunity Zones program is now active. The program looks to find more investors willing to exploit underserved communities even further. Go get 'em, guys! In national news, let's start with the First Step Act, aka prison reform, aka that issue the NFL players were kneeling about, and what was also mentioned during both Kanye West and Kim Kardashian's trips to the White House. Well, President Trump actually put forth a bill, and several prominent blue team black people, including our very own big homie DPJ, voted against it, eventually saying that the bill was inadequate. Really? Really? It's been over 40 years of no activity at all, and when something comes along, you're just gonna. Oh my goodness, they are so petty. They are so petty. We gotta get rid of all this feminine, petty energy, man. It's not helping anything. All it does is breed chaos. Speaking of chaos, turns out when it comes to the death of Saudi journalist Khashoggi, the Crown Prince was reportedly the one that gave the green light. And now, here in the States, President Trump is catching hella backlash for not disavowing and condemning the prince, whose material worth is more than any of us could likely even fathom. So, if you think Trump is going to leave money on the table because some guy he didn't know got clipped, I got a binky and a rattle for you. The U.S. troops at the southern border handling the invading caravan have reportedly been authorized to use force. Judges have temporarily blocked President Trump's asylum ban for those entering the country illegally. It's all just red meat for the masses, guys. Take Ivanka's recent news of the emails. They weren't classified information, but media outlets are trying to press with the same fervor as they did with the HRC scandal. Or the newly enshrined Dems pledges to keep on with the investigations and probes, being offended, butthurt, petty, and forever agenda-driven. While you're just doing the best you can to keep your head above water in an ocean not of your making. Well, that's where we're gonna leave this. Thank you so much for putting up with me. Please, do all the internet stuff. Like, sub, share, speak. In the next video, I'll be explaining how the fight for 15 is a red herring. Seriously, 31,000 for an entire year of your life? Anyways, think I'm an idiot? Yeah, let me in the comments. And until the next time, love.
Are you yawning in the middle of this while I'm breaking it down? Huh? Did you hear what I said?
Stop listening after you said we need a plan.
Okay, Mr. Clean's on his own page.
See, not winging it isn't really what they do.
What exactly is it that they do?
Kick names, take ass.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, just get over here, please.